Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already noticed, I've kind of been on a quiet confidence trip for this past few weeks. So we spoke about India Love, we spoke about Thames. Who else did we speak about who fits that? Oh my gosh. I can't remember. I feel like there was a third person we spoke about who also fit into the quiet confidence trip, but you can definitely check my channel and see. But continuing on, I did want to dive deeper into Beyonce because I kind of did mention her in one of my previous videos. And I want to talk about how her personality was able to thrive in her world because of the fact that her world was completely different to someone who is coming up in the music industry now. And so my aim for this video is, I mean, not to say that, oh, her success hasn't been earned or anything. It's to put a spotlight on how important your environment is. Success is not a thing that's done in isolation. And so because she is someone that a lot of artists look up to and say, oh, well, I want to be like Beyonce one day. And I do have another example in the video, but his one, and let's know, his one is also a bit different. I don't even know if I should do it in this video, to be fair. But yeah, the importance of this video is understanding that success lives and thrives as a result of an ecosystem. And Mimi, the music blogger, actually did a very good, I know it's an Instagram post. I don't know if she made a Substack about it as well. But I'm sure if you're in the music industry in the UK, then you're probably aware of Mimi the music blogger. And if you aren't, definitely check her out. But yeah, so with Beyonce, first and foremost, she came up with Destiny's Child, and so there was a group, and that's the first part of like building an ecosystem around you. When you are trying to rise as a solo star and there's no one backing you, it's like 10 times harder. I think of this might sound silly, but I remember when I used to watch Transformation Church, and I can't remember exactly which series it was, but they had, I don't even, I think it was Tim Ross. He said that even Jesus needed a hand on. Now, this can be debated, but I think it primes people to accept you much faster when you're either A, in a group or a collective, or B, if you're coming as a singular person, you are approved by a predecessor. Wow, English has escaped me for sure. But yeah, so in terms of Jesus, his predecessor, which I believe is the word, we're really going to learn English together at this point. So it was John the Baptist. And so that helped to, I guess, give him some credibility with the people of Israel at the time. Yeah, I believe I said it right, predecessor. I'll check the Google afterwards. But so if even Jesus had one, how much more so you? And I'm not saying that you need, well, I kind of am saying like you need to have some kind of ecosystem backing you, essentially. And so, like I said, with Beyonce, she had, I mean, I guess they obviously were signed by a record label as well. So that's like their hand on. But if you don't have anyone backing you, it helps to be seen in a group collective. And now, even thinking back to some influencers, yes, Nella Rose is fantastic, amazing, absolutely charismatic. And I found her channel before she necessarily blew up, I think, because if I remember correctly, I think like some of her earlier videos were about fashion, and I'm interested in fashion, of course. So I think that's how I found her. But for for the general population, she was found when she started making videos with a collective of her friends. It's almost like, oh, other people find you interesting, other people want to collab with you, I want to collab with you too. And so if there is any way for you to either a get signed, even if it's like temporarily, or get a manager who can like put you on if you're an influencer, or if you are going to do it independently, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. There's people like Chance the rapper, he made his come up by being independent, and a lot of people love that. A lot of people love supporting the underdog as well. It probably, again, as I've said in other videos, it's gonna take longer, I think, for you to go down that route. So if you can't get some any kind of management, and even to get management, you need to be somebody for someone to want to back you in that sense, unless they know you personally, then try as much as you can to operate, or even if it's occasionally, within a collective, within a group, because then you kind of get that cool person effect. Other people like you, and yeah, it does now make it a bit harder sometimes if you don't naturally have a strong personality to now break away, I guess, once it is your time. Because in the examples I'm speaking of, Beyonce was a natural leader. She had good vocals, not to say the others' vocals were weaker. I think it was just different. So she has strong, powerful vocals. She was always in the center of the frame, center aligned in all the music videos. And so the spotlight was always on her. And same for Nella Rose, it was her channel at the end of the day, and she has an amazing personality, like I mentioned before. So when she did decide to kind of shift away from making that type of content, people were still happy to follow her because she is the moment. She is, she's really interesting to follow. So in that sense, maybe if you aren't naturally such a strong and bold, charismatic person, but you do want to benefit from, I don't know if it's like a multiplier effect or a people effect or a collaboration effect. Haven't thought of a specific name of the term, but if you do, then maybe just think of doing occasional collaborations with people in your field and industry. And nothing I'm saying is easy. It probably will be hard when you're relatively small to get collaborations, but there's an old adage that it's not what you know, it's who you know. So really, really, really try your best to tap into that. Tap into your local community, your friends, family if you can. See if they might know anyone who's willing to collaborate with you. And again, now I'm thinking of the Bible verse. You first have to show yourself friendly to make a friend. So if you have to do more of the effort in the start to actually build those bridges and make those collaborations, then maybe that's just what you're gonna have to do, because getting visibility is the name of the game when it comes to building a brand. Like I said, this is just a suggestion. You can always ride it out solo and naturally accumulate a following. Another good example is, apart from what's his name, Chance the Rapper, another good example would be Bryson Tiller. He just got lucky. Because he's definitely someone who presents as an introverted personality. We don't know, because technically I believe the actual definition for introvert, I'm gonna double check it as well now, is someone who gains energy from, actually, now I need to know. Is it someone who gains energy from being around the people? Oh, an introvert is a person who is predominantly focused on internal thoughts and feelings rather than on external things or social interaction, often characterized as being quiet or withdrawn. So there's that definition, and there's another one, but I'm not actually sure. But if we're going by that one, then I guess Bryson Taylor seems like he is an introvert. We don't know. He might actually love and prefer social interactions in comparison to being in his own world and in his own thoughts. But his personal brand and online persona, music persona, would make me believe that he prefers to be solo. But back to my original point, he had his lucky break. He was independent, there was no management. He dropped his song Don't, and it just blew up. And so, regardless of your field, it could be you produce videos, you make short films, or what else? You make fashion content, maybe you make styling content, maybe you make music, maybe you're an actual artist who paints or you sculpt, whatever it is. If you actually are adamant about the fact that you just don't really like working with other people, then just keep going, just keep posting your stuff. And then I do believe time and chance happen to us all. If you are prepared for your opportunity, it might not be a mega opportunity to the scale of what happened to Bryson Tiller, but if you are prepared, then once your moment and opportunity comes to you, just be prepared to ride the wave. Don't fall off. And so now, I think I'm going to make the separate. I'm going to make the video on the other male artists I had prepared in this slide as a separate video because I don't want to confuse people with too many points in one video. But back to what I was saying, be prepared to ride the wave. Normani is a classic example of someone who I wouldn't say she wasn't prepared. She wasn't positioned to ride the wave of opportunity that came to her. And I say that in a sense that she has the skill and the talent and the look backing her. So once her moment of opportunity came with the success after motivation, it's not that she didn't have the capability, but for some reason, unbeknownst to us, her management label, her record label, didn't profit off of the new gained attention. They didn't allow her to drop new music, even though I believe she said in several interviews she wanted to. And so that's why it's like, yeah, be prepared, but also be positioned. You have to be ready in all aspects when chance does come because definitely, I need you to believe definitely that chance does come to everybody. Opportunity in life is happening to everybody. Just like bad happens to everyone, good happens to everyone too. And so if you're focused and dedicated on your craft, you keep climbing and you keep going, there will be one breakout moment. You might not realize it's a breakout moment, but if you notice a little bit of unusual success, keep going in that direction. And now I'm thinking of that visual. Baby, keep swimming. Baby, keep dancing. Like you just have to keep going. Do all you can until the momentum gets even bigger. And I do believe personally, like the laws of physics, like kind of relate to life as well. Like gravity is a law of physics. Like you can't deny the fact that gravity happens, and so the law of momentum, that's a real thing. It's gonna happen to everyone. Like you're gonna build up momentum, and then that's gonna create a bigger snowball effect, and then you're gonna build even bigger momentum. So yeah, that's what I want to say for now. Try and tap into your local network, and yeah, make sure that you do your best once your opportunity does come. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.